Hello everyone, my name is Pranav Jha and today we have very special guest with us, Mr. Deepak Shukla. He's running SEO agency with the name of Pearl Lemon and he's having around 4 year of experience. Yeah, 4 year, right? Am I right?
Yeah, the agency was incorporated October 2016. So we're
Okay.
now April 2020, but we started SEO in August 2017.
And he's doing tremendous job if you are talking from client perspective, if you are talking from he's very much active on social media profiles also. I used to follow you on on Facebook. I have seen like a lot of posts. You keep doing it and you are part of 4 a.m. club, I think also.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
tell me something about you to my audience and how's your journey is going so far.
Sure, sure. So, hey guys, my name's Deepak Shukla. My family, of course, originally from India, raised there. I came to the UK in the 60s for, a better life, like Indians that or a different life did. I now have been in the SEO space formally for 3 years. In that time, we did a count, I think 2 or 3 days ago, we've had over 110 clients that we've worked with, whether it's been for audits, consulting, or SEO, client retainer work. And I wake up at 4:30 every day, as Pranav was um, highlighting, and I run a lot. I run 33 marathons, I think now. So that's me. And Pearl Lemon, as you said, is my SEO agency.
Great to know about you and your journey. And so far, I have seen few of the videos of yours also. Your struggling days on your
Yeah.
landing page. When I have filled that form, I have seen videos on your about your struggling days. Then you have long hairs also.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The journey has been intense. I've got a family that have their own issues with homelessness, and
right,
myself, I've had to get kind of benefit from the government here in the UK, and my family came from a village community in India where my dad
right,
sometimes would eat once every 2 days and stuff. So it's stuff that through my family I've come to know. I'm privileged because I've been born and raised in London, and I'm spoiled. I've got a lot of things that a lot of people everywhere else haven't. So I feel really thankful for the opportunities that I've got now.
you have done a tremendous job. If I talk from being a homeless to covering a 110 clients under your belt, you have achieved a lot during this very short frame of time. Because I have been running agency from last 7 years, and you are saying you have just started in 3 years ago, and currently you have 110 clients. And how many people have in your team? Like how many people are?
Sure. So I want to clarify because I don't want to misrepresent it. We've worked with 110 clients. As we begun increasing our pricing, we worked with a
Right.
lot less. I never
Okay.
wanted to. I never wanted to work with that many clients. I prefer to work with 10 clients, for example, paying us
Right.
$5,000 a month, because
Mhm.
then you can do other things outside of it. So I became more intentional about my business. So right
Right.
now we have between 20 to 40 clients. It fluctuates because of the coronavirus. We lost a
Right.
lot.
Right. Right.
And the aim is to get every client up to $3,000 to $6,000, $7,000 a month, and that's always the aim. And
Right.
your question, I forgot. What was your question, Bruno?
Not asking about question. I was just asking like you have covered 110 clients. That's what
Yeah,
I would.
yeah. It's definitely been a huge journey, and I've learned, of course, there's SEOs that know a lot more than me, okay, and definitely been in the game a lot longer than me. We've just been very fortunate that we've got exposure to a lot of different clients who
Right.
have their own internal SEO teams. We get hired not by, a local plumber. We get hired by esports gaming companies. We get hired
Right.
by gambling businesses. We get hired by companies that have their own full-time dedicated SEO team or
Right.
individual. So it means that the kind of clients we work with are already very fluent. They understand Hrefs and Moz and DA and PA and Semrush. They already
Right.
have this baseline and they're looking for something more. So it's been a very challenging but very insightful journey.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. They are like you are telling about lots of different niches about it. So I just want to know like how you have got your first client. If I talk about your first client,
Sure,
how you have got
sure.
it.
My first
Yeah.
clients came from Angel.co and
Okay.
Upwork. So
Okay. Upwork.
yeah, both of those platforms. I focused upon taking any job that I could in the beginning. So I do like a $20 job. I do a $50 job, and
Right.
I would do that to get some initial reviews on the platform.
So you are
Then
still active over there, or you have left like?
my profile is still active because I still take maybe, you know what? Actually, I am still active because some of our
Mhm.
biggest clients have come from Upwork. So on Upwork, I take maybe one client every 2 months who I do a job for on Upwork because I like to keep my profile active.
Right. Right.
Then in terms of some clients approach me and they have found me on Upwork and then they approach me directly, or they maybe reach out to me on Upwork and then sometimes maybe they say, look, let's do something directly. So we'll
Right.
start on Upwork and then we'll move off. So you know what the truth is that there's this, we have clients who pay us $6,000 a month from Upwork.
Right.
So you can get good clients from Upwork.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best platform that we have, especially for freelancer. They are having a lot of good opportunities, and
I
even
agree.
from company perspective.
Yeah,
So my
I agree.
next question is about, like, I have introduced you as a SEO
Mm,
SEO guy, and you are running a SEO agency. So I just want to know, like if someone is approaching you for B2C segment or
sure,
B2B segment. So
sure.
what are the challenges you are seeing as a B2B segment or B2C segment?
Sure. Okay. So typically, with the B2B segment, you have you're focusing typically in the B2B segment with more often than not, depending upon the niche. If it's service-based B2B, then it's
Hmm.
static websites that offer, a probably a WordPress install, and they
Right.
probably have an outdated blog.
Mhm.
Commercially, the challenge with B2B is that they don't tend to update their website very much often, depending upon the
Right.
size of the business. So, and or they don't update their website very much, and they tend to sometimes have thin content because they don't produce any content, and their blogs are just 300-word pieces.
Right.
So these are the challenges that often come with the B2B space from a website perspective.
Mhm.
From a link building perspective, in terms of the space, depending upon the age and the size of the business, they tend to have some very good backlink authority from perhaps some PR that they've generated over time. If it's
Right.
a company that has stuff in the popular media, or they have maybe the .gov or the .edu type links that they've built over time, and that's what can help their ranking oftentimes. They tend to have a very good domain age because they've been around B2B. So these are some of the areas or the patterns that we see. In B2C, you've got companies that have a whole range of websites. So
Right.
e-commerce is a good example. You've got Magento, you've of course got Shopify, you've got one person businesses on the Wix, the Weebly's, and the Squarespaces. So you come
Right.
across a lot more different CMSs. You have typically a smaller business that tends to be on B2C, but it
Right.
means that you work with, especially also if it's B2B2C also. So we work with some companies who, they work with a client who is a retail client.
Right.
So
Right.
then they tend to be quite savvy. But then with the B2C space, you tend to work with smaller businesses. They tend to have SEOs in house, or they tend to be an SEO themselves.
Right.
So you get a more kind of sophisticated client sometimes, and things move more quickly. But then they also don't sometimes have resource to produce the level of content you want, or sometimes they do, but they're busy.
Right.
So these are some of the examples that I see.
Yeah. Yeah. You have like almost explained all the factors. So see, I have seen like most of the people ask most of the queries related with off-page strategies.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
have seen generally guys don't talk about on-page strategies, especially newbies.
Yeah,
They mainly focus on off-page
yeah,
strategies. So
yeah,
as per you,
yeah.
like my first question is, if you have to pick from SEO perspective, either on page or off page, I know both are important, but
Sure,
from your perspective, what is like more prominent and important,
sure.
and what will be your process if you have to start any new project?
Yeah.
Let's talk about B2B segment only, because I
Hmm.
have seen a lot of people do like interviews about B2C segment, but
Hmm.
people these days ask about B2B segment.
Sure,
So
sure.
if
So
you have to start any B2B project, like let's suppose any. any
I
fabric
can
industry or any industry. Yeah, any
I can
industry.
I'll give you a personal example of our industry. Okay, so
Yeah.
I recently bought two affiliate businesses, and
Mm-hmm.
they're Amazon affiliate businesses, right? They make
Right.
between $500 to between $300 to $1,000 a month, and it's B2C. Okay,
Right.
and what's interesting is that I've not bought an Amazon affiliate business before, but the coronavirus came into play. We
Yeah.
lost 10 clients. I had more
Right.
time, and I thought I want to diversify my income. So let me
Mm-hmm.
see what this Amazon affiliate business is about.
Right.
So that's B2C, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a great comparison now of that versus B2B, because we're very unusual for an
Mm-hmm.
SEO agency, because we spend time on our own website trying to rank for SEO terms.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's a very difficult niche, of course, to try and rank for SEO agency London. Like it's hard. It's very
Yeah.
hard. Okay. And of course, we're only 3 years old, and we only started doing our own SEO 2 years ago. In the first year, when I was living with my mama and my papa, I didn't think about SEO. I thought about, I need to get clients. I need to get clients. So I thought about Upwork. I thought about Angel. And it's only when I developed some cash flow and consistency,
Yeah.
I decided to start spending resource and budget on SEO. So we've been around for 3 years, but we started SEO 2 years ago. And I was like, look, we need to rank for, for lead generation agency, for SEO, WordPress SEO agency, for Shopify. So this is a great example of B2B, and I've got an example of B2C. So a couple of things for the newbies. So when you're thinking about off-page strategies, here are some of my kind of top tips. Number one, go to Ahrefs and look at
Right.
your primary keyword and
Mm-hmm.
look at the top 10 businesses that rank for that keyword. So in our instance, we look
Right.
at SEO Agency London. I look at the 10 top agencies. I go
Mm-hmm.
to Ahrefs and I look for specific things. So what I do is I put all of the 10 agencies one at a time into Ahrefs, and
Mm-hmm.
I export the top 100 links that they rank for by DA. Okay.
Right. Right.
I put them all into a spreadsheet and I look for certain patterns. Number one, I look for the Web 2.0 links that they all seem to have in common, because Web
Mm-hmm.
2.0, of course, you can manually build yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So what we look for, first of all, is manual link acquisition that is common amongst your competitors that are ranking
Mm-hmm.
for page one of Google. Because what you will find is not all of them have exactly the same Web 2.0 profile.
Right.
But if you take all 10 of them, then you can discover, all of the Web 2.0s that they're ranking for. You can look at the consistency and the patterns, and you can begin to run an analysis. Well, this PR Newswire, this Market Watch, this YouTube link, this social media examiner, because you can create a profile and it gives you maybe a do
Right.
follow link. These are some good branded Web 2.0 network links. The second element of it is that you can also, of course, look at the guest posts that they're getting,
Yeah.
they're getting posts from. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second thing that you can do. The third thing that you can do, and this is the thing that not a lot of people always do, that we do in our space, I then start looking at SEO influencers. So I
Right.
look at Ross Tavendale, I look at Craig Campbell, and I look at anyone who starts appearing in regular podcasts.
Right. Right.
So then I look at their backlink profile and I start seeing where they're getting do follow links from podcast interviews
Right.
that they're on and for other places they're interviewed. So then I put that into a second spreadsheet, and then I start doing outreach to see if I can go onto a show like with Pranav, because I know Pranav has got some high domain authority. He'll give me a do follow link. So if you
Mm-hmm.
combine those strategies together, you can start generating some really good results.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like you used to combine all these efforts and putting into one, and then start doing the same steps that others are doing, that for coming on top. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you get a combination of PR from that,
Mhm.
because of course, I'm on your podcast. Naturally, you'll share it on social media.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will know that because, maybe Craig Campbell or Ross Tavendale or someone else has been on your site, and I found
Yeah.
it on Ahrefs and I see the DA and I'm like, right, or I've identified from these 20 SEO influencers,
Hmm.
15 sites that do follow links that I can maybe try and get an interview on.
Yeah.
Let me go and get an interview on all of those actual platforms. And the SEO agencies aren't doing this, but the SEO influencers are doing this. So when you combine the two strategies, then you get some good results.
Yeah, that's awesome. Means yeah, we have to grab some sort of opportunity from like wherever we can get some sort of opportunity, and we have to use that opportunity for our authority building, you can say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
exactly, exactly, exactly.
so almost like I think you have almost covered main aspect. See, we can all we I am planning to do one more interview with you for next time. At
Yeah,
that time we will share some specific topic. But I just want to let my audience know that you are running agency, you are doing some awesome stuff. So that will be like great learning for my like whosoever is following our channel. And even we have good Facebook group also with the name of
brilliant,
Fundamental of Digital Marketing.
brilliant.
There are 9,000 people are over there, and even
Oh wow.
Craig have just done live session over there.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah,
I'd love to do a live session with you guys.
yeah, definitely. So I would love to invite you.
Yeah,
So
listen, I'd love to be involved. I'd absolutely love to be involved, and I think that
so thank you so much for like giving your valuable time, and I hope so this coronavirus get over, and
yeah,
we will start like keep doing our businesses as usually we are doing. So
yeah.
yeah, thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you as well, Pranav, for your time, and thank you guys for listening. I look forward to talking with you again.